welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to focus on the Dodge D150. I don't know if you saw my short video or not. I modified the exhaust on this. This has true dual exhaust. It doesn't come down underneath in the middle. The one side does on the passenger side, and then the other side comes out around on the very outside of the gas tank along underneath the edge of the cab, and then comes out by the it used to come up over the tires, well, just to the behind it and over and out to the bumper. But with these cherry bomb vortex mufflers having many miles finally put on them, and all the packing and stuff either completely broke open or completely shot out of the mufflers or whatever. I don't know if there's any packing in there still left or not. Under from taking off, I would get a lot of cackling, popping, almost like glass pack sound. I really don't care for that. Glass packs have their place, you know, certain situations, certain applications, stuff like that, but it doesn't sound good on this truck. It's just a mildly built 318 stock exhaust manifolds. Maybe here down the road I'm thinking about putting headers on this. I haven't decided if I want to go with shorty headers or long tubes, because when I was going back through and reading the specs on this cam I have, it's an Erson TQ20H for a small block Mopar, which is basically pretty much a factory hypo 340 cam in it, basically, but half the price. It has a 112 lobe separation, so it doesn't have a lot of lope to it. I'd like to have the same cam but have the lobe separation at like 111 or 110. But until then, I'm just going to stick with this. So what I did is like the guy at work on his jacked up late 70s, early 80s Chevy four-wheel drive pickup. It's got a 360, I think, or no, not 360, but a 350 lightly modified. It's got, you can tell it kind of has a little bit of a cam in it, like mine. He ran, I don't know what mufflers he has under there, but I looked underneath there, and he looked underneath there, and we can't tell what kind they are. They don't have any particular design on them, and there's no imprint of any name on them, and they don't look like a Flowmaster or a Dyno Max or a Borlaub. But anyway, he's got right in front of the rear tires, he has turn downs coming off the back of the muffler. So the other day I decided to go ahead and cut the back of the muffler off, the pipe off of the mufflers, and got rid of all the pipe going from the back of the muffler to the bumper. And the other part of the problem I did was I put those homemade 15-inch long by 3-inch wide echo tips on there that I modified into exhaust resonator tips many videos back. So if you want to go check that out, I'll show you how to save some money. The only people that had them was the company called Heartthrob, and they wanted $100 and some a piece for them. So I already had the tips, and I just went to O'Reilly's and bought a couple straight pieces of pipe, and then a couple of those little expanders, or it's like one size on one side and then it flares out to another size pipe on the other, so you can make a connection pipe, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I bought two of the same size, and then I went to Walmart and bought the fiberglass pack of folded up fiberglass sheeting, and went and bought a couple packs of their roughest or coarsest, whatever you want to say, steel wool. And what I did is I took the pipe and randomly drilled holes out all over it using a step bit on my drill press, and wrapped the pipe up in steel wool first, and then fiberglass, just like a big burrito, so to speak, and then measured all that stuff prior and slid it down in there. And then I took those sections that of those connector pipes, measured and cut off the excess, slid them down in there, and welded up around in there so I could have a sealed resonator. It's basically like a glorified glass pack, I guess you could say, or something like that. But it was cut off at an angle from the factory, so they were nice looking, sticking out the back a little bit. So anyway, put those on there. It got rid of that cackling and stuff when I take off, because the rest of the time the truck sounded good at idle, stuff like that. But it wasn't quite loud like I want a loud rumbly where it's a ground pounding type sound. So like I said, cut all that pipe off, and I already had two sections of turn down pipe that I bought from O'Reilly's previously. Thought I was going to need to use it on the Valiant to take care of the bends in the pipe that I was welding up. But anyway, put those on there. So let me go show you here. Can't see them too well back in there, but yeah, just in front of the rear end on each side. And like I said, I'm running them Cherry Bomb Vortex mufflers with turn downs, and took quite a bit of weight off the rear end too, with all that excess pipe. It was thick walled pipe from the muffler shop, so it wasn't that cheap crap. Let me go ahead and fire it up for him and do a walk around. It's already warmed up. If you get a chance, listen to this on like your vehicle stereo with one of them wires that plugs into the jack port on your stereo, and then into your cell phone, or if you got a speaker system set up on your computer or laptop at home, you'll listening to it on your cell phone, unless you have headphones or earbuds or something, you can't really tell. And inside the cab, you can definitely tell. You feel made a big difference. I think it might even increase in a little bit more horsepower too, but I don't know. But anyway. But yeah, it sounds really good under load, going down the road stuff, high speeds. It sounds a lot better than it did. A lot more people are noticing it now. Pretty mellow exhaust. I might be changing the mufflers up to I think it's Borla VR1s or something like that. I don't know yet. They're pretty expensive. I think they're like $119 a muffler, but that's going to be on the back burner. I'm going to try to get a 68 Hemi hood scoop to put on the hood. I'm actually going to cut a hole in the hood so it's fully functional. Let me go ahead and shut this off. What I want to do is, with the Hemi hood scoop coming across the opening for when it's raining out, or if it's real cold weather during the winter time, I want to put like some type of plexiglass insert to keep a lot of the stuff out. And what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to make a little bit of a collar that sticks up in there, and black it out. That way, when it does rain, if it happens to go back up in under the scoop, it'll collect in there and run out. I'll have some some little openings and stuff for the water to run out for, and it won't just rush in on all over the engine like a waterfall. But yeah, I've been leaving the tailgate off because from where I live to town, it takes about 15 minutes to get to town, and speed limit 60 or 65, and back and forth to work, taking the tailgate off saves on gas. I got plans for the bed coming up here soon. Since it's nice weather now, I'm going to finish painting the insides of the bed to match the rest of the outside of the truck, the sealed primer gray. But then the bed is going to get heavily blasted, and the nooks and crannies are going to get sanded or sandblasted. I'm going to get it all prepped. I'm going to take these anchors back out for the come along straps, and this bed, the top of the wheel wells is all going to get a rhino lining coating. We sell that stuff at work. I don't remember if it's exactly rhino, the name, but it's some pretty tough stuff. The guy at work did it on his 4x4 pickup, and he's really happy with it. It's not peeling up, it's not flaking or nothing. So I'm going to do that. And I was toying with the idea of taking this factory bumper off and putting a roll pan on here. And then I found out in Missouri, I don't know how it is in other states, but you have to, from the frame over, you have to run a piece of wide, like rectangular box tubing, thick-walled box tubing, and either have it welded up or you have to have it bolted, like some mounting plates on each, one on each side, and have it bolted to the frame. Once you take that bumper off to make it pass inspections or be street legal in Missouri. From my understanding, a lot of people said they've had the roll pans for years on their truck and never got stopped, but I don't want to take that chance. I just don't want to be harassed by the thin blue line, and you know, because some of them have the habit of violating your rights. But anyway, especially here. But anyway, yeah, that'll come later. But the Valiant, this check, I can't buy anything out of it, so I'm waiting for next week. That's when all the other parts are going to start coming in. You guys already know the list. You guys watch my videos, so yeah, it's just taking a while. I got to play catch up on some bills. There's always tons of hands out every paycheck now, it seems like. And I don't know if you guys noticed, it seems like every time you go to buy something now, it seems like it's in multiples of 10s or 20s instead of like odd numbers. So it's like, there goes a 20, there goes a 20, there goes a 10, there goes a 20, you know, it seems like it's doubled. The cost has gone up horribly. And but yeah, anyway, we need to get somebody better in the old office, the Oval Office. But anywho, until next time, stay tuned.